All right. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for being with us here this morning. First of all, I want to congratulate Tracy Fuchs and her great women of our field hockey team getting the opportunity to go into the Final Four. I actually saw Trace when they got back last night. It had to be a long day for her, and couldn't be more excited for a great group and an absolutely wonderful coach and a great colleague. I've been so impressed by Tracy since we've gotten to know each other, and absolutely ecstatic for her staff, and her young women. Going to have a unique opportunity, a once in a lifetime opportunity, not only for our guys, but also the young men at Purdue to play at Wrigley Field here this weekend. And, I know we're excited about the opportunity that it presents, the uniqueness that it presents, and, just thankful for the Cubs and their partnership, and, the opportunity to send our seniors out the right way. And then obviously it's a great time of the year in high school football here in the state of Illinois and throughout the country. So want to wish all the teams the best of luck through Class 1A through 8A that are in the Final Four with their opportunities this weekend, to get their way to the state championship in DeKalb next week. So with that, I'll answer any and all questions that you may have.
Reminder, if you have a question, please message Athletic Communications in the chat, and we'll get you added to the queue. First question for Andrew Seligman.
Hey, Pat, what are some of your memories about that last game at Wrigley Field, in addition to the one-way football and some of the weirdness around it?
Yeah, Andrew, I might call it unique. It was a unique day to say the least. It was awesome. College game day was a lot of fun. We unfortunately faced a pretty big injury the week before when we lost Danny, and that was pretty damaging, quite frankly, for the way that we ended up playing. But it was an awesome atmosphere, a lot of fun, and there's something special about playing football at Wrigley Field, and excited to have that opportunity.
How do you think it'll compare this time?
I'll be fired up. I don't know. I just want to win a game. We haven't played very well, so I think it'll be awesome. It'll be great for our fans. It'll be great for our guys. It'll be great for Purdue, and it'll be great for the community. It's a great opportunity down there in Wrigleyville to have a lot of fun, and should be great.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet, buddy. Good to see you.
Patrick Andres.
Hey, Coach, you touched a little bit on what this game means to the team and the community. I guess I'll just ask what it means to you personally, growing up steeped in Chicago baseball tradition. We know you're a White Sox guy, but what does it mean to you to play in one of America's most iconic venues?
Yeah, Patrick, it's a great honor. It's like I said, I think the last time to have the privilege to lead a team out into the venue will be spectacular. And, really looking forward to it. It presents some unique challenges, having both teams on the same sideline and things of that nature. But, our facilities staff and our operations staff headed up by Jacob Schmidt, and then same thing with Purdue. We'll all work through the logistics with the Big Ten and make sure that there's, fairness and no competitive advantage with substitutions, having kind of the long substitution, depending on where the red zone is for one team can make it a little challenging, but we'll play it straight up and just go play and have fun.
Daniel Olinger.
Hey, Coach, I got two questions for you. Just first one, usually at these pressers, you'll kind of list off an offensive player of the week, defensive player of the week, things like that. I noticed you didn't do that in your opening statement. Just wanted to quickly ask if you did have those or if you decided not to give them this week.
Yeah, I just forgot. Would you like them?
Sure. People
yeah,
like
Peter Skoronski. Sorry, I was so excited about playing at Wrigley. I forgot. I'm sorry, Daniel.
You're all good, Coach.
Peter Skoronski was our offensive player of the week. There was nobody on defense. Special teams was Thomas Gordon. Great to get him back out there. Big playmaker on offense was Stephon Robinson. Defensively was AJ Hampton. And then practice players were Brennan Sullivan, T-Raw Edwards, and Lawson Albright. Sorry about that.
All good, Coach. And just going off of the other questions you've heard about Wrigley, obviously Chicago means a lot to you, means a lot to the players that have come through this program. How do you think like this team itself this year embodies, like, I don't know, the spirit of Chicago, maybe just the Northwestern football program as a whole?
Well, I think our program as a whole, I think is, kind of built the same as the city of broad shoulders. I think we're a blue collar program. We're a program that prides itself in having a terrific brotherhood and a love for each other. I think a toughness that we need to have to be championship level. When we've had that Chicago toughness, we've played really good football. And it's something that we take great pride in here. It's an attitude, it's a mindset. It's the beautiful summer days, it's the harsh winters, it's the foliage in the fall, and in the hope of something new in the spring. I mean, Chicago is, to me, within the fabric of our program, and obviously I'm proud to be a Chicagoan. So, it's something that we're honored to be a part of. And obviously when we move forward here in a couple of years with Ryan Field being, renovated, we'll have some new opportunities with that too. So, looking forward to continuing to have that partnership and seeing where things go for the future.
Gabriella Carroll.
Hi, Coach. I was just wondering, last week, Charlie Kubander missed another field goal. He's at 50% on the season. Have you considered, especially with him graduating at the end of the year, pursuing another option or giving some of your younger players an opportunity or making a change at that position at all?
Yeah, Gabby, are you and Drew over at Norris? You guys look like you're at Norris over there today.
I am indeed at Norris.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Charlie was 26 out of the last 28 in practice. So, disappointed that he missed the one on game day, but he's been really consistent. And, this time of the year, the wind is pretty unique out on Hutchinson Field. So to see that not work out is disappointing. He's at a point in his career now where I just want to see him finish and, making kicks. And, he struck that one pretty well. Unfortunately, just pulled it a little bit of eyes up a little bit too quick. But I believe in Charlie, and he's got my full confidence. Just needs to be the mindset to finish his career off the right way.
Mark Gonzalez.
Hi, Coach. I know you've played at Wrigley before. You talked about some of the logistical issues, and I was wondering, do you kind of replicate what you did a while back in terms of preparing, dressing at the school, and what do you do about halftime? Where do you meet and all that? I noticed when we were allowed a tour of Wrigley, the third base dugout was all shut down, so I assume there's no access to the clubhouse. Yeah,
Mark, how are you, buddy? It's great to see you, and thanks for being on this morning. So I just think some really cool, unique opportunities. So, for example, we'll use the Cubs clubhouse, and we'll have some of our, Big Ten allows us to travel 74 to the hotel the night before the game. So that 74 will be with us as we, come up from the city, and then our guys that are non-travelers, up to the 112, will come down from Evanston, on game day morning. So we'll kind of have two different sets of buses that'll meet kind of, there halftime. And actually after pregame warmup, we'll go out into the Cubs bullpen, and that'll be our locker room for in-game and at halftime. So kind of cool.
One more
Pretty
question.
Cool. I mean, I don't know. This kind of stuff kind of gets me going a little bit. It breaks up the mundane, same old. So I'm kind of excited about it.
I had one more question too.
Yeah.
You played in the Pinstripe Bowl as well, and just wondering, is there any chance that you could see Chicago or the community at least pulling off a bowl game in the future that's here on a permanent basis?
I would 100% support a bowl game in Chicago. Absolutely. I think that would be spectacular for the city. I think the two teams that would have the privilege of playing that game would enjoy, like we've enjoyed every community that we've had the privilege of going to for bowl games. I think the fan bases would absolutely have a blast. And I would be 100% behind a bowl game in Chicago.
Thanks, Coach.
You bet. Great to see you.
True shot.
Hey, Coach, can you speak a little bit about AJ Hampton and his play and leadership consistently growing year after year, and especially being at the top of the Big Ten in pass breakups and scoring against Wisconsin? Can you speak about what he means to this program, and also kind of contrasting that with him being thrown into the fire as a freshman and not having his best year then? How have you seen him grow as a player as well?
How was your freshman year, Drew, academically? Was it as good as it is now? I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Freshman year is hard. I got a 1.75 my first quarter academically. So, freshman year is not easy. And then to be thrust out there on the field in the arena makes it even that much more challenging. I think he's responded. He's worked his tail off. He's got a high energy. It was a great return, really great play by him, a great way to finish. His first touchdown. So usually I tell the guys, act like you've been there before. I'd like to see him run all the way through the letters before he celebrates a little bit, but that's a coachable and teachable moment. But it was a great return, a great finish to the return. And I think he's just had a spectacular career.
Time for 3 more questions. Paul Banks.
Morning, Pat. How's it going?
Great, Paul. How are you, partner?
Excellent. Could you see possibly playing in Wrigley in November during the Ryan Field renovation? And, could this game kind of serve as maybe like a dry run to how that might work possibly?
Yeah, I mean, myself personally, I'd be open to anything. We're going to obviously have to play remotely. We'll see how that all plays out. But we'll enjoy wherever we get the privilege to play here in Chicagoland.
And then Soldier Field might be another option, or is it like really in the early stages? Or
Yeah, it's really in the early stages. I have no idea.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Michael Fitzpatrick.
Hey, Coach. To take the focus away from the friendly confines a little bit, this year the defense has certainly gotten better as the year's gone on. The offense hasn't been able to make that climb as the year's gone on. What's been the difference between the two sides of the ball? Why has one gotten better and the other's kind of been stagnant a little bit?
Well, nice haircut, buddy. It's good to see you.
Hey.
Yeah, you bet, partner. Well, I think turnovers. I think that's been the biggest issue. We've had ample opportunities. Even Saturday, we're across the 55 times, and we don't get points. We had self-inflicted wounds with some snap issues. We turned the ball over in very inopportune times. Obviously, it's a great defense that we played, but that, to me, that would be the biggest reason why right now we're not consistently taking care of the ball, and then just inopportune mistakes that we just can't have to. Jake talks all the time about 11 having to operate as one on offense, and if that doesn't happen, which it's been inconsistent, that leads to then inconsistency of performance and points.
Last question, Daniel Olinger.
Yeah, Coach, I just wanted to ask you here real quick. Obviously, at 3-7, winning record out of reach now, and I know technically like bowl game isn't completely off the table because of how the whole stipulations work, but like just with the season kind of coming to a close, what specific improvements are you looking for the very most in your team during these last 2 games to close out the season?
Yeah, I'll go back to what I just answered. I mean, we need to take care of the ball better. That's number one, and it gives us an opportunity to finish drives with scoring points and having a consistency level there offensively. Defensively, we've got to tackle better. We just have not tackled well all year. It's fundamental. It's technique. It's confidence. It's trust. To me, those are the biggest areas. And then, we just got to find a way to finish a game. We've had opportunities here that we just have not finished the way that we're capable of. And so those are the areas that we'll focus. And then, most importantly, sending your seniors out the right way. If we end up getting in the postseason because something unique, then great. But, sending your seniors out the right way. And we got a lot to play for, and the guys will be motivated to prepare, and we'll be motivated to play, to say the least. So thanks, everybody. Appreciate you being on today, and look forward to the privilege of playing at the friendly confines this weekend. Thanks a lot. Go Cats.
All right. First question for Lauren Withrow.
There we go. Okay. Being from the area, how do you feel like this team really embodies the spirit of Chicago?
Just going off what Coach Fitz said, I think we have that blue collar attitude that the city has, and just this hardworking mentality that we take and we bring every day, and dealing with what we deal with in Chicago with weather and stuff like that. We just take it in stride, and we bring it every day, and just that same attitude. Just kind of echoing what Coach Fitz said.
Austin Siegel.
Peter, I know your grandpa played at Wrigley Field, obviously a very cool connection for you and your family. What's it going to mean to be on the same field as him this weekend?
Yeah, that'll be really special. That's probably the biggest thing I'm looking forward to this weekend is playing the same field that he did, and it being a baseball field, obviously. being special and being kind of a legendary venue in sports history. But I think my dad mentioned a cool picture he had of my grandpa coming out of the dugout or the locker room on Wrigley. So kind of getting to recreate that a little bit, I guess. But yeah, it's an awesome opportunity. I'm actually a White Sox fan, so that doesn't have the same Cubs meaning to it. But I'm excited to be able to be there, and I'm appreciative that the Cubs let us play there so I can have the opportunity. I'm really looking forward to that.
And then just a quick follow-up. It seems like you look more comfortable out there every single week. What do you kind of attribute that growth to throughout the season?
Yeah, I think kind of early in the season, Coach Fitz kind of challenged me personally to just work on cleaning up my game and getting back to my fundamentals. And I think every week since he did that, I think I've improved slowly. And the competition's been stiff. I think we played some really good defenses and really good defensive fronts. So just having gone back to that focus on fundamentals and being more detailed in my preparation, I think it's paid off on the field. Unfortunately, as an offense, we haven't really been able to put it together, but just working hard and trying to get that together. Yeah.
Drew Shot.
Hey, Peter, with this game at Wrigley happening, also being from Illinois with next week, the week after this one, the Land of Lincoln game happening, can you speak about what those two games mean to you, kind of being an in-state player, specifically also going back to the Land of Lincoln game, kind of what that significance is for you being from this state?
It's huge. It's huge. I think for this week, having the opportunity to play at a venue like Wrigley is huge. I think in my head, it's almost like a bowl game in that sense. Being at a venue like that, I think it's really exciting. And it's important to represent our team when you go to a stadium like that, right in our backyard too. And then Land Lincoln, that's our rivalry. It's a big deal every year, no matter what our record is, no matter what their record is. So the intensity does not change whatsoever. It should go up that weekend. For me personally, it's kind of funny. A bunch of my friends go to school down there, so it's always like a personal rivalry in that sense, just for trash talk and stuff like that. But looking forward to both games for sure.
Daniel Olinger.
Hey, Peter. Against Wisconsin, that first drive, you guys were moving the ball really well. Really long drives, seemed to have a lot working, and then just the rest of the game was really hard to find anything. What was it like that went so well about that first drive that was just hard to replicate throughout the game?
Yeah, I think it was a rhythm. I think it was what we were doing up front. I thought we did a great job of just moving the line of scrimmage in the run game, and then we executed in pass protection when we had to, and just getting that rhythm. It's hard to get in a rhythm if like later in the game we started on first down and got behind the sticks a little bit, but just having a rhythm like that, those plays build on each other, and I think we had 19 plays in that first drive or something like that. So getting that rhythm and getting into your fundamentals and moving that line of scrimmage was huge for us. They're a good defense. We knew that they were going to have big plays, but they were going to get theirs a little bit. But we were kind of struggled to replicate that rhythm and that consistency that we had on that first drive.
All right. Thanks, Peter.
Thank you.
All right. Please message Athletic Communications with any questions for Bryce. First question, Austin Siegel.
Bryce, your play has really stood out, 9+ tackles the last 6 games. What do you kind of attribute that success to?
Yeah, I think just like with anything, the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. So that definitely just getting more comfortable out there and seeing things a little bit better. But obviously, I'm not really too focused on that stuff. All that matters to me is winning games, and that's all I'm really focused on.
Daniel Olinger.
Hey, Bryce, I don't know if you or the team saw it, but after the game, when people were talking to Wisconsin's running back Braylon Allen, he was quoted as saying that you guys didn't seem interested in tackling him. I just what do you guys think when you see a quote like that from the other team's running back?
Yeah, obviously he's a great player, and we didn't have our best weeks tackling, and we're just focused on going out this week and having a great week of practice and just working those fundamentals like tackling again and just getting out and getting another opportunity this Saturday against Purdue.
Drew Shot.
Hey, Bryce, with two big games coming up, the first one at Wrigley and the second one, season finale, Land of Lincoln game. Since you've been a part of this program for multiple seasons, can you speak a little bit about what the rivalry game means to you at the end of the season against Illinois, kind of what you've seen, how it impacts those within the program?
Yeah, obviously it's a huge game, and it's a game that we always look forward to each year. So definitely getting another opportunity against those guys and getting to go out and compete for the hat is definitely going to be another big opportunity for us.
Austin Siegel.
Bryce, in your first season under Jim O'Neill, how do you think the defense has continued to grow this season?
Yeah, the coaches have been doing a great job putting us in position to make plays all year. And we got to be more consistent and make those plays when they're presented to us, and just harp on fundamentals and just, like I said, making plays when they're presented. But I think definitely getting more comfortable as a defense out there too has been huge, but we definitely got to be more consistent and make plays when they present themselves.
One more from me. I know you're a Massachusetts guy, so I think I know the answer to this, but who's your favorite baseball team and what are kind of your expectations coming into Wrigley this weekend?
Yeah, I'd have to say the hometown team, the Boston Red Sox, are my favorite baseball team, but getting this opportunity this weekend to play at Wrigley is going to be an awesome experience and something that I've been looking forward to since we received the news about it. So I'm definitely excited for this game, excited to get out there at Wrigley and play.
Great. Thanks, Bryce.
Thank you.